What's up, everybody? James here, back with some more basketball thoughts. Not much in the NBA. I was pretty much wrong on all my predictions. You know, that Cleveland Jazz game was a dogfight. I did predict that. I thought, Cleveland was going to win, but Jazz just, got it. Mavericks and Clippers, that was another game, I kind of thought Dallas was going to get it because I'm like, Clippers been losing. They haven't been looking good. I just thought Dallas would go and take one. But I was wrong, and it reminded me that, Kawhi is just that dude. He's going to make them shots, and, he makes big shots. So I'm not too surprised about it. Everything else is pretty much normal. Today, I want to talk about which is worse. Okay, I came up with these 8 things with basketball, and I want to know what you guys think is worse. First, we'll go, and this is just largely everybody, but the double rim. A lot of people do not like the double rim when it comes to basketball. They say it's too bouncy. They say it's too hard to shoot on. They say you got to be just perfect. A lot of people just straight up hate it. Not me. Yesterday video, I told you how much I love the basketball rim. But if you think about it, a lot of people really just do not like it. And that's fine. They might consider it as one of the worst. Now, another one on this list is something I hate a lot more than double rim. And that's a no net. Playing basketball on a rim with no net, frustrating. Okay, you never know if it's in. People be lying, saying, "Oh, that's an air ball," and you're like, "Nah, bro." You literally layups are your best shot on no net rims. Worn out basketballs. When it's all beat up and you got no grip on it. Honestly, I really don't mind that. I could deal with a worn out basketball. It's not the worst thing you could deal with when it comes to playing a basketball. It might take a little getting used to. You might lose it a few times in your dribbles. But, worn out basketball, whatever. Now, a basketball with, that's a little flat, that doesn't have that much air, where you're dribbling and you're like, man, it just, what the heck is this? You got no feel to it. Ugh, that's worse than a worn out basketball. Another type of basketball that I hate dealing with is a ball that's too bouncy. That they put too much air in the ball. And you're like, bro, what are you doing? First of all, it's hard. The ball is harder. So if somebody's throwing like one of those bullet passes and you're not paying attention, it could really hurt you. But yeah, bouncy ball, I just don't dig it. Now, another thing with a ball that I hate, and it doesn't happen that often, the ball has to deal with some kind of trauma before it becomes this, but a ball with like a little bump on it. We call it something else in the hood. I don't want to say it because I don't want to get canceled on YouTube, but if you get one of those balls with a bump on it, it's just irritating. You're dribbling, it hits that bump, flies the other way. It's just so dumb. But that usually happens with like cheap basketballs, ones you buy at the dollar store, or ones you get like in the discount section at Walmart. Not a lot of like evolutions, you don't deal with those type of things. And then finally, I got 2 different courts to choose from. If the court is wet, it's horrible. Like, you got nothing to do. You can't find a rec center anywhere. So you just drive to a park, but it rained the day before, so you got a couple puddles every spread out through the place. Now you deal with it, but when it hits that puddle, first of all, it stops the bounce, and then the ball gets wet, and then it gets dirty as heck because you're outside, and you're just like, I don't like this. You deal with it, but it's just annoying. But it's not as annoying as a court that is cracked. Like, if you go to an outside court and you see little, like, broken pieces around where grass is growing out of it, that is just irritating to deal with. Now, I get it happens at the wear and tear, but, it's the worst. And only because you got a really high chance of getting injured at a court like that. And that's something I just do not play around with at all. Injuries are the worst for basketball. I seen a meme that had a couple other injuries for which is worse. any kind of injury sucks. You know, if you like jam your finger, even though you could deal with it and you can still play, it sucks to deal with. Roll your ankle, can't even walk home after that, or you don't want to walk home after that. Sucks. If somebody busts you in your lip, like you'll deal with it, but being in pain just sucks. I don't want anybody to be in pain when they play basketball. I want them to enjoy the game and have fun with it, because that's what it's meant for. Anyways, those are just some of my thoughts of which is worse when it comes to basketball for, the most average local hooper, or I guess any hooper really, if you think about it. It don't really matter. Hooper in general. Now, before I get out of here, let me throw some predictions on some basketball games. And hopefully if something is really, really good, I'll talk about it tomorrow. Bulls and Wizards, probably going Bulls. Timberwolves and Pistons. I'm hoping for the Pistons, but I'm going Timberwolves. Pelicans and Celtics. I think Pelicans are still short staff, so I'm going Celtics. Pacers and Knicks. That's going to be a fight. Both are good teams, but I'm leaning on Knicks. The Bucks and the Hawks. Stephen A. said something how the Bucks ain't feeling it, how they're looking, they're just not looking like Boston or Brooklyn. I disagree with him. I think Milwaukee's going to show off and blow them out. Spurs and Grizzlies. Probably Grizzlies. Rockets and Kings. I'm going with the Kings. Suns and Nuggets. D-Book is still not playing. I'm going with Denver. I think they're going to keep it rolling. Well, anyway, guys, those are just some of my thoughts and opinions on the game of basketball. Everybody, I want y'all to have a good night, good morning, wherever you're at. Just have a good one. Peace.